family's life. These are scurrilous accusations. We are going to, and I've been given... It was disclosed that those 2 video cameras, which also apparently had audio on them, were surreptitiously placed in there, were recording attorney-client conversations, and then somebody had the unmitigated gall to shop those tapes around to media outlets in order to sell them to the highest bidder. That also, they have been restrained from doing anything with that airplane at this point until we have a chance to inspect it and get to the bottom of exactly who did what we believe is not only a violation of federal criminal law, the state penal code, and an assortment of California causes of action. We will demand that any outlet, that any person, Michael Jackson is no longer going to be somebody who is on the receiving end of Michael Jackson is not going to be abused. Michael Jackson is not going to be slammed, is not going to be a piñata for every person who has financial motives, or every person who thinks that they can get, as the lawyer for the charter company said today, we had a lottery ticket and we thought we were going to do something with it. We will demand that any outlet, that any person who comes out, we are going to, and I've been given full authority, we will land on you like a ton of bricks. We will land on you like a hammer if you do anything to besmirch this man's reputation, anything to intrude on his privacy in any way that's actionable. We will unleash a legal torrent like you've never seen.
Weil er zum Jahrtausendwechsel 2 Konzerte platzen ließ, hat sein ehemaliger Busenfreund, der Münchner Konzertveranstalter Avrem, ihn jetzt auf 44 Millionen Mark Schadensersatz verklagt. Damit Jackos Portemonnaie nicht zu stark gebeutelt wird, bringt der Superstar noch Ende des Jahres ein neues Album auf den Markt. Also alles halb so schlimm.
Blechen. Der Münchner Konzertveranstalter Marcel Avrem hat Michael Jackson auf 44 Millionen Mark Schadenersatz verklagt. Avrem wirft dem Megastar Vertragsbruch und Betrug vor, weil Jackson seine Zusage für 2 Konzerte nicht eingehalten hatte. Der große finanzielle Schaden zwinge ihn, gegen sein bestes Pferd im Stall zu klagen, so Avrem. Der galt bisher als guter Freund von Jackson.
Abgesagt, er müsse dringend eine neue CD aufnehmen. Laut Vertrag war er aber verpflichtet, diese Konzerte zu spielen. Weiterer Stein des Anstoßes, die aufwendige Bühnenshow in Korea und München. Von da an ging es bergab mit der Freundschaft. Michael Jackson, Superstar, er braucht immer was Besonderes. Allein die Ausstattung kostete 10-mal so viel wie die aller anderen Künstler zusammen. Avrem hoffte, diese immensen Ausgaben mit Michaels Millenniumskonzerten wieder reinzuholen. Ein I Love You All, das wird hier wohl nicht mehr reichen. Der Millionenthriller, er findet im Gerichtssaal statt.
Trotzdem sind wir sehr zuversichtlich, dass wir diese Sache aus der Welt schaffen werden und dass wir auch in Zukunft mit Michael Jackson zusammen sehr erfolgreiche Konzerte machen werden.
California jury has heard phone messages Michael Jackson left for Mark Schaffel. Some of them pledge his admiration for Schaffel. Schaffel is suing Jackson for nearly $4 million. The tapes are from 2001 and were played at the trial to show Jackson trusted Schaffel with handling millions of dollars. Schaffel testified he worked on a number of projects for Jackson, including a charity recording that was never released. Schaffel says he was never fully paid for 2 videos he made for Jackson and wasn't repaid fully for $300,000 he delivered to Brazil for one of Jackson's personal matters.
I really like you. I love you. I've been betrayed so much by people. And I want us to really, really be friends and to be, to conquer the business world together. USA for Iraq. It's a beautiful thing to do. Okay? We gotta do this, Mark. It's important. You went through all that work. I went through all that work of writing the songs. Mark, we must. Marlon Brando has been pushing, and he's a wonderful man. He's a god. We have to get this done. He wanted it done before Christmas. Put together a business plan. The whole thing is fine for TV. He just wants to make a big deal. He wants a lot of money. And we would own it together. We would form our own company.
I'm asking you, you're obviously aware, certainly after a couple of hours of questions and your memory being refreshed, you certainly are aware that Mr. Schaffel was undertaking projects with your consent. My question is, did you, at the time he was undertaking these projects, have some expectation that at some point in time you would be compensating Mr. Schaffel for his work?
Well, I knew he wanted something, probably. I mean, of course.
I'm not asking what he wanted. I'm asking if you, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
at the time thought, well, I'm going to have to compensate this guy at some point for his services.
I do remember him at times with these long letters of what he should be paid or something like that, wanting me to sign things, but I can't tell you in detail, no.
My question is not what he did. Now, my question is what you were thinking as you were aware that Mark Schaffel was doing these projects for you. Did you have an awareness that at some point in time you were going to have to compensate him for undertaking these projects?
Sure, even though he didn't talk about it.
So sure, you understood that at the time he was doing these projects, you knew eventually you were going to have to pay him a fair fee for what he was doing.
If it was fair, yes.
remember a place.
Did you ever pay him a fee for anything he did?
I don't know. I'm sure he got money.
You are sure he got? Why are you sure he got money?
Because he seemed to be always happy.
Money doesn't buy happiness.
Well,
but...
he was smiling a lot.